I want to talk about the topic of skill set versus mindset. So given the topic that we're talking about, I thought I'd change it up a bit and do this from my balcony in terms of change of perspective, given the topic we're talking about. So what is mindset versus skill set? Well, mindset, simply defined, is how you perceive the world. What is your belief system? What is your attitude? What lens do you see the world through versus other people? So mindset is all around the views that you have of the world. Skill set is simply abilities and skills that we've learned, whether it's a trade or gone to uni, experiences throughout our careers where we've spent time talking to people. So skills are great, but are they enough without the right mindset? You know, Henry Ford said, and I love this, and I use this every day of my life, and I say this to my kids all the time: if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're probably right. So bottom line is, do you believe you can? And where does that come from? I'm quite a deep thinker and I always think back to where things have evolved from. So one of the questions I ask quite often is, are you happy with where you are today in your life? And if the answer is no, can we step that back a few steps and go, okay, so the result being here is not what we wanted. What was the action I took to get that result? When we look at those actions, what were the decisions behind making those actions versus other actions? And now I'm at mindset, right? Because mindset will define whether you make that step or that step. Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it progressive? Is it growth? Or is it fixed? I know you've all heard of this growth and fixed mindset, but I want to talk about it more in everyday terms, in how I've used it to live my life and how I talk to people on a daily basis about this concept of growth mindset and fixed mindset. The important thing to focus on here is two things. What are you putting in your mind? And who are you hanging with? So two key critical factors that will define what your mindset is like. So are you putting good stuff in your mind? What are you reading? How are you growing? What self-development stuff are you doing? What is your environment in terms of who are the people you're hanging with? Are they supporting that growth, that positive mindset? Or are they actually dragging you down and ending up in a negative place? Make no mistake, we are the company we keep. And if you're hanging with 5 negative people, you're going to be the 6th negative one and you're not even going to know what's happened. So it's critically important to understand what you're putting in and who you're hanging with, because the mindset ultimately results in the action set, and that action set results in the outcome that you get. It is all interlinked, but it all starts with this, and this is the most powerful thing we have in life to progress us forward or hold us back. One or the other, you get to choose. And here's the most exciting part, and I've spoken about this quite often over the years, and I love this, and if you haven't heard about it, check out the research in brain plasticity. What's brain plasticity? Well, simply put, you know what it means? It means that our brains shape and evolve throughout our lives, yeah? So it's not actually physically fixed, it's elastic or plastic, if you like, the plasticity concept. So we are able to shape and evolve our minds to be the type of mind we want, to take the actions we need to get the results we desire, yeah? So coming back to that, how do we shape and evolve our minds? How do we use this plasticity concept to progress and to get the things that we want in life? Again, what are you putting in? So, what books are you reading? What self-development courses are you doing? Who are you hanging with? Who are the people that you're hanging with? Critically important factors to look at in understanding how you're going to shape and evolve your mind, because the decision ultimately is up to you. So isn't it interesting that we've done a 360 and come back and said, your mindset is totally in your control and your brain has elasticity, so you can shape and evolve it any way you like. I'm going to leave you with that exciting stuff, and I want you to think about it in a little bit more depth once we finish this, and sit in a quiet space and just think about that and think about what I've said. Are the results I'm getting directly linked back to the actions I've taken? And those actions are defined by my mindset. and how I view and see the world, my self-talk, my belief system, and my attitudes towards life. And I can change all that because my brain has plasticity.